It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, they come in off a loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis at the FedEx Forum. Count that bucket. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams not only feel rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Knowing the fact that both these teams play in the same conference, yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
George with the ball. And it's Wallace picking him up. Green, the screen. And here's George for three. Connects from three-point range.
Oh, you cannot let PG get shots from the corner. He is deadly from there.
It's blocked by Shaq. They retain possession. And now just over a minute played here in the first. On its way from Curry for two. The wing jumper off target.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
So, G8, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation. And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
Goes up on the block. Out to the right wing. Holmgren wide open. That's good, and SGA with the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the Warriors tack on two more.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Edgecombe with it. Pass to Curry. Green, the screen. The shot by Curry, no good. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. SGA into the lane. That puts them in the lead.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, Kevin. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Kevin?
Paying tribute. Nice job. Okay, thank you, Allie. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Warriors making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
1:22 left in the first. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G8, why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Does Steph Curry have the greatest jumper ever? Well, yes. And the bucket was another reason why I say yes.
Nobody near Williams. And it's off from three-point range. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Curry. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Jalen Williams. Great D that time from Jordan.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Now Podziemski. Still without a basket. Curry with the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
Green, the screen. The 3-ball from Curry.
So challenging to guard in pick and rolls. Curry excels at exploiting the defense in these sets.
Richard, be honest. Did you expect Curry to have this kind of career when he was drafted into the NBA?
I don't think anyone expected Steph to have such a transformative career. He's more than a superstar. He's an icon and an excellent ambassador for the game.
Curry on the wing. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
And so Steve Kerr tries to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Podziemski. He has yet to score.
Switch.
Now here's Curry. Jordan. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. It's Dort on the wing. No good from outside.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Pass to Curry. To the inside. And George with the stuff.
This is how good George is. He can and will make shots going through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Richard, one thing we see in this league, teams changing coaches much more often than they change the GM.
Yeah, one guy picks the players, the other guy coaches the players. Seems like a shared responsibility, but the job security, well, that's not equal.
Here's Podziemski. Stolen by George. To the wing on the left. They double him with George. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Hartenstein. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Podziemski with it. Outside Curry. It's good from about 19 feet. Curry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Oh, you got a feel for the defense. I've been on the other side of the Curry flurry, and I still have PTSD.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And here are the Thunder now. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Good on the bucket. Warriors leading by 9. Now Edgecombe. Right side Curry. Pass to O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3. Curry's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back to you.
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here's George. 6 points for him. Over Mitchell. Stephen Curry again. And that's now 24 points for Stephen Curry.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here's Mitchell. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Second team foul.
Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 6. It's taken away by Payton.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Warriors leading by 17. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this was no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. George with the defensive effort.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Edgecombe. It's stolen by Dort. And a wide open look for SGA. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Outside, O'Neal. Outside, Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Thunder trailing by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket. I mean, it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Here he goes. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And you want to talk about hang time. Edgecombe is still going up while others are coming down.
Back to Howard. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Holmgren the screen. Shea takes the hit and still gets it to go.
That was a disgusting first half he turned in, but it's been night and day for him after the break.
Here's Curry. Softly drops in the floater. Curry's got 26 points.
Impeccable touch from Steph.
And Howard with the stuff.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Podziemski. And taken away by Wallace. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Now here's Curry. He's got 26. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. Green, the screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player. And the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance. But threes are still their best bet.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Warriors leading by 8. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Here's Curry. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Fires from deep. With the putback. Rebound by Williams. From deep, SGA. Another miss by SGA. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Payton outside. Pass to George. Back to Payton. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Edgecombe. And he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down.
And there was some power behind that slam by Edgecombe.
Now here's Wallace. And there's the defensive 3-second call. RJ, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, he is definitely a tone setter.
Yeah, Kevin, on the court and in the locker room, this man is tenacious. He lets you know exactly what he's thinking. Teams fear him, and sometimes his teammates do as well.
Here's Hartenstein. Back to Caruso. The kick out to Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
How about the showmanship of Jalen Williams?
Warriors leading by 9. Pass to George. Podziemski with it. Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Payton. Here's Podziemski. Screen by O'Neal. Fires top of the key. Jump shot is good that time. Podziemski's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes.
The Warriors, 46.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Mitchell. On the wing, Williams. Oh, good with the triple.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Let's send it over to the sideline for some news on Chet Holmgren. What have they told you there, Allie?
I was able to talk with Oklahoma City's head athletic trainer about his status. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. And we know this type of injury can be a long road. However, the bright side at the moment is that they believe he may be able to play. Fingers crossed.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
Yeah, with the long road ahead, they'll have to take it one step at a time.
Outside, SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander driving in. Howard, great positioning on the putback.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now Edgecombe. Outside Curry. Got a piece of it. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over George. Outside for Curry. George sets a screen. Down low. Rebounded by Howard.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Caruso, no good. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Payton. Finished off the break. Payton's got his first points in this one.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And so here is Golden State. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Outside Curry. Howard with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The shot is off. Oklahoma City trailing. The three goes down.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
Curry looking it over. No good, unable to end this run. SGA. Green rips down the board. Here's George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And the Thunder with possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Now Dort. SGA.
Drawing fouls is a skill, and it's one that Shea has mastered.
It's the first that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Huge bucket by George there. He lives for these moments.
SGA double team. Caruso. And it doesn't go. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Off target from outside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Strong move off the glass.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
The call will be against PJ Edgecombe. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've simply got to come up with a stop here. A foul's not necessary yet. They can get the stop. They'll have some time left here where they could tie it up with a 2 or maybe win it with a 3.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now Hartenstein. Knocked loose. O'Neal with the steal.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
They had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So he comes up empty at the line. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll wrap it up, folks.